Unang-una, I have a very brief PowerPoint presentation tungkol sa mga naging presidente ng Philhealth during the time of our president. Francis. Ay.
Hindi na po yung gusto ko sir. Ulit lang.
Ha?
I-check ulit. Kasi parang hindi yan yung napadala sa amin. Double check.
Yun muna.
Chair, Congressman PD, the documents that you have asked for were not submitted to this honorable committee. They were not able to submit the documents. Comsec.
Session suspended. Honorable Barsaga. Do you want Honorable Barsaga to proceed first with the next interpellator and then come back to you? Okay.
Okay. Again, good morning. Unang-una, during the last hearing, tinanong ko kay Dr. Pargas ang status ng mga kaso ng Philhealth. Unfortunately, based on our records, hindi alam ni Dr. Pargas, kaya ang ginawa, naghanap tayo ng ating mga resource persons sa Zoom who among the Philhealth officials could answer my inquiry tungkol doon sa mga kasong nakapile. So ang ginawa na lang natin, hinihingi ko ang status for today's hearing. I would take advantage of the presence of Attorney Del Rosario, who happens to be the head of the legal. Unang-una, ang isang pumutok na malaking kaso about PhilHealth would be the cataract operations. Ano ang status nitong cataract operation na lumabas noong 2004?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Congressman. First, I would like to take the opportunity to apologize to the Honorable...
Just a moment.
I'm sorry.
Sinabi ng ating chairman kanina na binibigyan lamang kami ng 20 minuto. And that includes the answer and the question.
I will allow the
Therefore, I
honorable...
would expect that the answer would be direct to my question. Wag na yung mga explanation. Ang tanong ko simple, ano ang update sa cataract operation na nangyari noong 2004? Meron bang kasyong pinail?
Honorable Barsaga, I will allow the 2 minutes for the attorney Del Rosario to explain, and then after which your
Okay.
time will run. Go ahead,
Thank you.
Attorney Del Rosario.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would like to formally apologize for my absence last hearing. I have every intention to attend, albeit electronically, since I was suffering from hypertension. I'm suffering from, I'm a hypertensive diabetic, and my BP was 170/100 that day. So I already submitted my explanation to the show cause that was sent to me, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Your apology is noted. Now, continue with the interpellation with the Honorable Barsaga.
Maraming salamat, Attorney Del Rosario. Sana hindi ka magkaroon ng hypertension sa mga itatanong ko ngayong umaga. So, una natin cataract. As the head of the legal, ano status nito?
Sir, when I assumed legal SPP in 2018, we conducted the inventory, and based on the records, the cataract cases were prosecuted, and there were several decisions already. I think we have submitted the comprehensive report on that. But my problem is, when I assumed, it was brought to my attention that around 3,000 cases, more or less, were archived.
Ang
and,
tinatanong lang natin cataract. Meron bang kasyong naipal sa husgado?
Yes, sir. Several cases were filed against the doctors, and
Okay.
these are all still pending.
Are they still pending or has there been a decision?
Based on my knowledge, Mr. Chairman, these are all pending. I will get the details.
Okay, never mind.
I'm sorry.
You just submit tomorrow the update of all these cases,
Okay, sir.
whether filed in court, whether dismissed, as well as the administrative cases filed against the doctors involved.
Yes, sir. Will do, sir.
Pagkatapos noong 2011, may nabasa na naman ako sa payagan. Mayroon na naman tayong payment PhilHealth ng isang multinational firm for the premiums of each employees amounting to approximately 140 million. Hindi na pa-deposito sa account ng PhilHealth at sa halip ay napadeposito sa isang branch ng isang malaking bangko sa Tanawan, Batangas. Natatandaan mo ba yung asuntong to? Itong,
Yes, sir.
yes. Ano status ng kasong yan?
The case was investigated by the National Bureau of Investigation. PhilHealth conducted its own investigation. Several people were administratively charged, and 2 of them were already dismissed from the service.
You give a, if I will ask you right now kung sino-sino yung mga PhilHealth officials who were charged, you cannot give their names.
Yes, sir.
What is yes, sir?
The ones dismissed was the database administrator. His name is Noel
Okay.
Ramirez.
You just give us a listing ng
Okay.
lahat ng PhilHealth officials na na-dismiss. Meron pa bang pending administrative cases involving this 140 million?
There's a pending administrative case related
Okay.
to that. Yeah.
You give us the data about the administrative case tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
Next question. Mayroon bang kasong kriminal na naipile about this 140 million?
114, sir.
114.
Based on record, sir, there was none.
There was none.
Yes, sir.
You explain to us why no criminal case was filed, although employees of Philhealth were dismissed. In writing, you submit us tomorrow. Kaya mo ba, Attorney
Yes, sir.
Rosario?
We will submit the
Okay,
status of that,
next
sir.
question. WellMed, dialysis.
Yes, sir.
Ang kaso na-dismiss sa Quezon City Regional Court. Were their cases subsequently filed?
Yes, sir. The cases was subsequently filed by the Department of Justice to the Metropolitan Trial Court.
Okay, so madaling sabi, the offended party happens to be PhilHealth.
I'm sorry, sir.
Offended party happens
sir.
to be the PhilHealth.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Kasi pondo nyo
Yes, sir.
ang involved. Do you have a record of all those cases filed?
Yes, sir. We
Okay,
have the
you
record.
can submit it also tomorrow.
Yes, sir. We will do, sir.
Okay. Now, sinabit nyo rin ngayon ang kaso sa akin, upon my request, complaints filed with PRC. During the last hearing, nag-submit kayo rito ng mahigit 7,000 kaso starting from 2000 up to the present. Ang una kong tanong, may mga kaso bang kriminal na naipal dito sa 7,000 cases?
Yes, sir. The instruction of our PhilHealth Board is...
Okay,
Yeah.
kung meron mga kasong kriminal, you are a lawyer, you submit to us a summary of those cases filed identifying the basic particulars. Number 1, saang husgado. Number 2, who are the accused. Number 3, ano ang status. Number 4, kung dismissed, kung acquitted, kung convicted, you give us the record.
Okay, sir.
You can give us...
Yes. We will also provide you, sir, the list of the cases that we forwarded to the National Bureau of Investigation.
Okay. Now I will go to IRM. Sa IRM, sino ba ang mga taga-PhilHealth na nag-conceive ng IRM?
Sir, the IRM has been in existence for...
No, is that from the legal department?
I'm sorry, sir.
Ang tanong ko, sino ba sa mga taga-PhilHealth ang nag-conceive ng IRM for COVID? Never mind the Yolanda,
Reduce,
never mind the Taal, never mind the Marawi incident. I will limit my discussion regarding IRM for COVID. Sino ba ang nag-suggest nito kay General Morales?
I
Among the
don't have any...
bright boys of PhilHealth.
I don't have any personal knowledge,
No,
sir.
that's why I'm no longer asking the legal. Yung mga policy makers
Okay.
natin sa PhilHealth.
Dr. Pargas
Sino
of
ba?
the Health Policy, please reply.
Mr. Chair, the IRM is an existing policy. So it's an existing policy.
Oo,
So it was
kaya nga
adopted.
existing. Pero ang sinasabi ko, kahit na existing policy, kinonceptualize nyo ang mechanics, the amount involved together with the recipients ng IRM for COVID. Hindi naman bigla na lang parang bula o parang singaw na lumabas to. So ang tanong ko, sino ang nag-conceptualize nitong IRM sa PhilHealth for COVID? Wala.
Management, sir.
None.
The management.
O
Because it
sino
is,
nagawa ng policy? General Morales?
no, sir. Because
Sino
again,
nga?
the policy came from us po.
Sino nga yung us?
The health finance policy
Sino?
sector.
You identify all these persons.
The health finance policy
Ha?
sector.
Slowly.
I head po the health finance policy sector.
Ikaw,
Yes, sir.
aside from you, may katulong ka pa.
Yes, sir.
Oh, who are your persons who help you?
The program management team for claims, sir. The program management team for claims is headed by Dr. Ele, Michael Ele. Jonathan Michael Ele.
Ano ang family name, Mr. Chairman? Anong pangalan? Jonathan?
Michael Ele.
Spell L.
ELE.
Ele. Please continue.
Next, who else? Kayong dalawa na lamang?
No, sir, because again,
Ano nga, i-identify mo na, limited time tayo eh.
the sector po,
We are talking here of a 30 billion IRM. 27 ba?
27 billion.
Ha?
27 billion.
O 27 billion. Ang tinatanong ko lang, sino ang nag-conceptualize nito? Ikaw, Dr. Jonathan, who else? No more?
sir, again, this is an existing policy since 2013.
Sino nga?
During that time po, I was not around in
There is-
2013. I was not around in 2013 in the health
Hindi
policy
na,
sector.
hindi na natin pinag-uusapan yung 2013 eh.
Hindi naman ikaw
Hindi
eh.
na natin pinag-uusapan ng Marawi, hindi na natin pinag-uusapan ng Yolanda. Ang pinag-uusapan na lamang natin, yung IRM for COVID amounting to 27 billion. I know that General Morales, ang kanyang background, military, hindi sa doktor. So ang tanong ko, sino ang nag-conceive nitong policy na magbibigay tayo ng 27 billion sa mga health facilities?
Was there a board resolution, Mr. Chairman? Was there a board resolution for this?
Chair.
So the board is part of the policy. Sila nag-form ng policy or they just affirmed or ratified the act of management? Ano yan?
Sir, there was a board resolution in January 30 making the IRM as part of the special privileges during fortuitous events. And then there was another, so that was the source.
Teka. Mr. Chairman, yung January 30 resolution was referring to Taal pa yata eh.
Yes.
Hindi pa yata.
I think,
Hindi
just to
pa
be
COVID.
clear, no? Klaro yung tanong ni Congressman Barsaga. Yung gumawa nito is dalawa lang kayo, Dr. Pargas and Mr. John Ele.
Mr. Chair, may I just clarify? The January resolution, other
No.
than the
Let's not talk about the
Taal-
board. Kasi yung board,
Clarification lang ha.
ah,
Alam natin ang board, like in an ordinary corporation, they determine the policies. Pero yung policies, naggagaling sa kanilang mga opisyalis nila, the operating officers. Kaya ang tanong ko, sino ang nag-conceptualize ito? Dr. Bragas. Then
Yes.
you mentioned a
Vargas.
certain Jonathan. Who else? Wala na?
Sir, Mr. Chair, again, the application for the IRM.
Hindi na natin
especially for-
pinag-uusapan yung
Teka lang,
application for IRM eh.
Opo.
Ang pinag-uusapan lamang natin dito, before na magkaroon ng IRM, sino nag-conceptualize nito
Mr.
sa inyo among the bright people of PhilHealth?
Mr. Chair.
You, who else?
Mr. Chair.
Teka, who daw?
for
Who? The question
COVID
is who. Don't say anything more. Sabihin mo lang sino-sino. Just say who.
Sir, when we
Wala na explanation, Mr. Chairman. The question is who. Mr. Pargas, di ba?
The
Ano ba yung
Execom po.
who, why, when? Ito tanong who.
for the COVID po, it was the Execom.
Sino yung
Mr.
Execom?
Chairman, if the resource speaker, Mr. Pargas, will continue to defy the question, reminding that we will be cite you in contempt. Kaya sabihin niyo na po, ano pa pong problema kung sasabihin niyo kung sino? Diretsuhin niyo na po at wag niyo na paikutin ng committee na ito.
For the COVID, sir, the Execom is composed of ako po, SVP Del Rosario, SVP Mas, SVP Limsiaco, Jovita Aragona, SVP Santiago, EVP Arnel, and of course the President.
So lahat po ng board members hindi kasama. Yun lang po sa member ng board.
Okay.
Execom. Go ahead,
So,
continue.
okay. Meron bang minutes ang meeting ng sinasabi mong Execom na nag-conceive ng COVID IRM?
We have po from our core plan being the Secretariat,
Oh, we'll be asking for a copy.
Mr.
Okay.
Chair.
Next question. Ang IRM was intended to address the COVID problem in the country? Yes or no?
Oh, the pandemic.
Yes. Okay. Kaya ang katanungan ng marami, bakit natin sinama ang mga dialysis center na alam naman ng bawat isa, hindi sila nagda-dialysis sa mga COVID patients?
Mr. Chair, again, the IRM po should be based on a declaration of a state of calamity or a state of an emergency. And there was a...
Kaya ang tanong ko, bakit nyo sinama? Pag sinabi mo namang state of calamity, ang state of calamity natin ay COVID. Yun namang dialysis center. It has been there for so many years. Kaya yung tanong ko, bakit nyo sinama ko ang dialysis? Who was the one who proposed sa executive committee na isama natin ang COVID?
Again, Mr. Chair, because the intent is really to respond to the pandemic.
Mr. Chairman, with our permission.
Honorable Remulla, let
Okay.
Honorable Barsaga continue.
Sa
Then
inyo
after.
ba ang executive committee, pinag-usapan nyo kung ano-anong klaseng sakit ang pwedeng gamitin ang IRM?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Okay, number one, wala tayong problema sa mga ospital or HCI na tumatanggap ng COVID. Ngayon, isinama natin ang dialysis. Ang premise ko sa dialysis center ay no for a fact na hindi sila as a rule nagtitreat ng dialysis for COVID positive. Ang tanong ko, who among the members of the executive committee ang nagsuggest na isama natin ang dialysis? O walang nagsuggest? O lahat nagsuggest?
No, sir. There were requests also coming from these facilities, including other facilities.
Request coming from dialysis centers?
Sir,
O ibig nyo sabihin, bago kayo mag-IRM, sinabi na ng mga dialysis centers na isama nyo kami dialysis center sa IRM?
no, Mr. Chair.
Yes. You answer my question directly.
No,
Sabi
sir.
mo, there were requests from dialysis centers. Tama ba ako?
Yes, sir.
O ang ibig mo bang sabihin, bago kayo nag-executive meeting para pag-usapan ang IRM sa COVID, alam na ng mga dialysis centers na kayo ay magkakaroon ng IRM?
No, Mr. Chair.
O kaya nga, paano nga nag-request? Kailan yung request nila?
Yes, sir.
Before or after?
There were requests after, sir. but-
Okay, there were requests. Number one, sino-sino mga dialysis centers ang nag-request? Roll on the road.
We will, sir, provide you with.
O
the
wala
copies
kang
of that.
maalala kahit isa?
Sir, because the requests are not direct. The requests, sir, are not directed to me. It's directed to the management.
Ulit.
The requests are not directed to me. It's directed to the management. So I will have
O,
to check all
to
those.
dinirect. Kasi nag-uusap-usap kayo, sasabihin,
Point of order lang, Mr.
Dr.
Chairman.
Boying,
With the permission.
may nag-request na dialysis center na isama natin sa IRM. Sino yun?
Okay,
Sir-
please check your data now before you answer. Honorable Boying, you have point
Mr.
of
Chairman,
order?
si Mr. Pargas, I think, is nahihirapan tayo maintindihan siya. Pwede ba hubarin niyo yung maskara niyo pag nagsasalita kayo para mas madali ho kayo maintindihan?
And at the same time, Mr. Chairman, I would like to be clarified. Kasi kanina sinabi ni Mr. Pargas, according dun sa procedure ng pagkuha ng IRM, sinasabi nyo na signatory kayo doon. At lahat ng mga request ng bawat HCI dumadaan sa inyo bilang policy sector head. Now,
Yes, Mr.
ngayon,
Chair.
why can't you answer directly the question of Congressman Barsaga? Samantalang kanina, binanggit mo na lahat ng mga request dumadaan sa inyo.
Okay, before you reply, paglilinaw lang po doon sa ating mga kababayan, yung point ni Honorable Barsaga ay hindi para ihinto ang dialysis. Walang problema yun. Dire-diretso pa rin ang dialysis natin. Ang pinopoint out ni Congressman Barsaga, bakit nakasama sa IRM, yung Interim Reimbursement Mechanism, na ang pinupunto nito ay COVID. So just so that yung mga nanonood po, no, baka nagkakagulo sila, hindi ho. Tuloy po yung mga programa na yan, maternity, dialysis, may mga sakit. Yun lang IRM na pang-COVID, yan po ang dapat nilaanan ng pondo. Go ahead, Dr. Vargas.
Again, the intent of the IRM is really not only for COVID cases, but really because of the effect of the pandemic, that's why po kasama yung ating mga dialysis and even the maternities. Tapos po, there were letters and actually our attorney is
So
looking
sino
for
nga
that
daw
right
nag-request sa inyo? Yun ang tanong niya. During the course of the discussion, may nag-request. Isa lang. Sino yung nag-request na healthcare facility?
Did Bron Avitum request for IRM?
I'm not so sure po because the BBRON is an accredited facility. So
Hindi nga, yes or no lang yun eh. Did they request for IRM advances?
They have a letter of intent.
Oh, yun. Meron pala, may request. Oh,
Okay,
You
una
approve
muna.
it, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chair, you approve it as well because dumaan sa inyo to according sa inyong policy.
Okay. Just to put order, our colleagues here. Time,
Una muna.
Congressman Barsaga, we will not take away the time that we interjected.
Okay. Ang sinasabi natin, sige, magkwentuhan muna kayo. Dr. Bragas, are you ready to answer?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, simple lang tayo. Lagi niyong ginigiit sa publiko at sa amin at sa lahat ng investigasyon, yung IRM is intended for a fortuitous event. Tama ba ako o hindi?
Tama po.
Okay. Pag COVID, March pa lamang, sinabi niyo na, and we agree, that will be a case of fortuitous event. Yes or no?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Pero yung dialysis na ginagawa na natin ng napakahabang panahon, that is no longer a fortuitous event. Tama ba ako?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Okay, next question. Kahit na hindi fortuitous event ang dialysis, sinama nyo sa IRM. Tama o hindi?
Tama po.
Tama. Kaya ang tanong ko, sino ang nag-propose among the executive members na kinoconceptualize nyo ang COVID na isama natin ang dialysis centers? O wala? Oh, you better answer. You are all under oath.
No, Mr. Chair,
Mr. Chairman, ano yun natin? Isa-isa na
Tanong ko,
natin.
may nag-propose ba o wala?
Dr. Vargas, kindly reply.
no, so, iniisip ko lang po. Because again, it was
Hindi nga, ang
discussed
tanong na lamang sa iyo, direct. Kung hindi mo alam, pasensya na kayo, nalimutan ko. So, itatanong na namin yan sa iba.
Mr. Chair, I cannot.
You cannot recall.
O lahat ng SVP, tanongin natin.
Okay, before you recall,
Dr.
you know,
SVP.
Honorable Barsaga, kaya po sila nalilito talaga kasi mismo yung letter kay Mr. Morales is on IRM relative to the proposal to implement interim reimbursement mechanism due to COVID-19. Public health emergency, the same is within the mandate of Philhealth to implement such as what was done after Yolanda, Super Typhoon, and Marawi siege. Again, the declaration, the details of the IRM should be laid down, again, for COVID-19. So, I guess, kaya po nagkakagulo-gulo yung pinipilit natin na hindi lang dito sa ibang sakit, but in all your official letters, indicated lahat ng COVID-19.
So, wala, you cannot recall. Ano, hindi mo ma-recall?
Sir, I'm
Okay. Baka naman pag tinanong ko yung ibang member ng executive committee, ang sasabihin, Dr. Bragas was the one who proposed that.
Mr. Chair,
Hindi,
again,
kaya nga tinatanong ko lamang. Can you recall? Ikaw ba nag-propose o hindi?
it was part of our computation, sir, for all
Hindi, wag na
accredited
muna tayo
facilities.
mag-compute.
Yes.
Ang pinapaliwanag lang natin, ano ba ang mga sickness na dapat nating isama sa IRM for COVID? Agreed tayo sa COVID. Your purpose is very laudable, tinatanggap yan ng ating mga kababayan. Ang tinatanong nga lang ng karamihan, bakit kasama ang dialysis? Hindi naman to for tuitus event. So sino nag-propose na isama dialysis centers?
Honorable Barsaga, your last question.
Okay. Attorney Santiago, you are a lawyer. Under your lawyer's oath, meron bang nag-propose?
Sir, Mr. Chairman, I don't remember kung sino nag-propose, but
You cannot remember. What
that-
about
that can be taken from the minutes of the meeting, so that can be
baka naman
checked.
wala sa minutes of the meeting siyan.
Ayun, sir, ang understanding ko, Mr. Chairman, dun sa discussion is that the intention of the board
No, wag na
is-
yung intention. We know your intention. That is good. Ang tanong lamang, bakit sinama ang dialysis? Sino nag-propose?
Sir, I don't remember kung sino nag-propose,
Oh.
but based on my understanding,
What about Limsiaco? Is he here? Oh, Limsiaco. Oh. Hindi mo rin maalala kung sino ang nag-propose na isama dialysis center?
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, part of the proposal ng ating
Simple
HCPS,
lang ang tanong ko. Sino ang nag-propose? Not part of the proposal. Sino ang nag-propose na isama dialysis center?
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, ang proposal po ay nanggagaling as mentioned kanina ni Dr. Pargas ay nasa kanilang
So sa madaling
opisina po.
sabi, nanggaling kay Dr. Pargas. Do you admit that, Dr. Pargas, that the proposal came from you?
Sir, during the discussion, we were asked, because the part of those who can receive the IRM are all accredited
Hindi nga,
facilities.
simple na.
And so,
Okay,
all of the...
Iisa
Sir-
lamang ang tanong. Sino
Sir-
nag-propose?
Honorable Barsaga, Dr. Pargas, ito po yung inyong board meeting March 30. Ang sabi ni BM
Because
Mercado,
prior, Mr. Chairman,
yes.
because the circular of Dr. Morales was issued as early as March 20. Tama ba?
Yes, Mr.
Oh, so subsequent na yan. Ibig kong sabihin, meron ng circular si President Morales as early as March 20. At now March 20, alam nyo na isasama nyo ang dialysis centers.
Yes,
Tama
Mr.
ba?
Chair.
Kaya nga sino nag-propose?
Sir, we did. The HFPS proposed for
Who?
all the accredited. I
Health
was
policy.
part of the EXICOM, yes, sir.
dialysis ikaw. Oh, what about the lying in?
Lahat, sir.
Ikaw rin ang nag-propose. Okay.
Honorable Barsaga, I'm sorry.
Okay. Just a moment.
Yes, go ahead.
I'll have my presentation about the dialysis centers. Miss,
With the indulgence of the committee, we will just allow the presentation of the Honorable Barsaga before we proceed to the next interpellator.
saka yung summary lang. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Ayan ang lahat yung dialysis centers na inyong binigyan. Ang tanong ko, bakit merong mga dialysis centers na binigyan kahit merong asunto? Dr. Mas, Dr. ano? Meron bang mga dialysis centers na binigyan kahit may pending case sa Philhealth?
May pending case, yes, sir.
Binigyan. Bakit nyo binigyan? Kahit na may kaso.
Actually, we asked that also, sir,
Huh?
but the decision was because it is without prejudice to any of the legal actions that will be taken to against these facilities.
Kaso
And
mo,
I-
yan nga ang lagi natin problema eh. Babalikan kita. Lying in. Nagbigay din kayo sa lying in. Sino nag-propose? Ikaw. Okay. You know that the policy of DOH, alam mo na ang policy ng DOH sa mga LGUs ay magtayo ng maraming lying in centers to be operated by the local government unit. Do you know that? Yes or no?
I'm not, sir.
You're not aware? O sino ang nakakaalam dito? na ang policy ng DOH ay magtayo ng mga lying-in ang mga LGU under your so-called primary care benefit program. Hindi mo alam yon?
Mr. Chair, yes, there are orders, yes.
Matter of fact, pag nanganak sa lying-in, ang binabayad nyo, case rate, 8,000 pesos.
Yet,
Okay. But in a private or public hospital, pag doon nanganak, ang binabayad nyo ay 6,000 pesos.
kapag ka po sa ospital, it's at 6,500. Kapag mga
1,500,
kapag ka po mga lying-in, it's at 8,000.
8,000. Bakit mas malaki sa lying-in?
Kasama po kasi sa prinsipyo nung inilabas yung case rate na yun pong mga cases katulad ng panganganak na normal delivery ay hindi na magpunta sa mga ospital sapagkat ito naman po ay kakayanin nga sa mga lying-in.
Question.
Honorable Barsaga? Yes.
Das Marine, sa lying-in, nagbigay kayo sa private? IRM?
Yes, Mr. Chair,
Yes.
both for government and private.
Oh, bakit sa mga public lying-in, hindi kayo nagbigay ng IRM? Sa mga LGUs na may mga lying-in? Pero sa private, nagbigay kayo sa lying-in.
Mr. Chair, again, all these are open to all accredited and those who will
Nga,
apply.
pero wag mo sabihin yung accreditation. You are not telling us the truth. Yun namang lying-in na sinasabi kong under your primary care package, lahat yun accredited ng Philhealth. Totoo ba o hindi? You better answer your questions correctly. I was a mayor for 12 years. We operate a public hospital. Kaya nga sa public hospital, laging sinasabi sa akin, kung PD, no balance billing tayo, no out of the pocket expense. Bakit ka ko? Kasi kung babiolate natin yan, tatanggalin ang ating PhilHealth accreditation. We cannot collect from PhilHealth. Pagkatapos makikita ko ngayon, ganyan pala ang nangyayari sa inyo. And these are public funds.
Mr. Chair, we have separate accreditation po.
Oo nga, pero
yes.
hindi mo na naman tinasagot eh. Premise, nagbigay kayo ng IRM sa private lying-in centers.
Yes, Mr.
Oh
Chair.
yes. Kailangan ang tulong. Mga public lying-in, hindi kayo nagbigay ng IRM.
To all accredited lying-in as long as they applied.
Nasa report niyo ba sa amin na nagbigay kayo ng lying-in? Wala sa inyong report. Pati na sa inyong website. Nilagay niyo sa website niyo kung alin ang binigay niyo ng IRM. Lahat ng data kinuha ko sa inyong website. Meron ba daong public lying-in? Under your present oath?
Mr. Chair,
Honorable Barsaga, you want to wind up?
Is a pending question.
The pending question is kung meron po kayong mga lying-in na binigyan na public.
Mr. Chair, I will have to check our data po.
Mr. Chairman, we have the list eh. We have
Okay.
the list on the 100, excuse me, Mr. Chairman, we have the list of 711 HCIs. At doon sa listahan po ng 711 na pinalabas nyo sa business sa mga dyaryo, wala po ang mga lying-in, Mr. Chair.
Honorable Barsaga?
No, meron silang private lying-in na binigyan.
Yes. Sa public, wala nga daw po.
Public, wala.
Aha.
Meron, wala. Sa public. So, regarding these two issues, you present in writing, next scheduled hearing, paano ba napasama ang dialysis centers? Sino nag-propose? Sino nag-provide? Etc. Bakit sinama kahit na merong mga cases? Sino nag-propose para isama ang mga private lying-in? although both of them do not cater to COVID. At pangatlo, bakit hindi sinama ang public lying in? Kung private, pwede tayong magbigay ng IRM, bakit sa public hindi? Na lying in. Maraming LGUs ang merong accredited lying in by PhilHealth. They are receiving the primary care package. Kaya wag niyo sabihin na hindi accredited. Accredited sila. I know that for a fact as a former mayor. No, just summing up regarding my initial presentation, PowerPoint presentation, which is very material. Miss, very short lang naman to, Mr. Chairman. In 2017, I'm just saying, itong during the presidency of President Duterte. Dr. Dineros was appointed as interim PhilHealth President and Chief Executive Officer. 1 month after, the then Secretary Obial withdrew the appointment of Dr. Dineros. At ano ang sabi ni Secretary Obial? Wini-withdraw niya sapagkat si Dr. Dineros ay nag-transfer or nag-reassign ng senior health officials. At ang sabi niya ni Dr. Dineros naman, he directed the reassignment in accordance to the declaration of President Duterte on zero tolerance, graft, and corruption. 1 month after, pagkatapos ang inappoint ay si Dr. De La Serna. Pero pagkalipas lamang ng ilang buwan, Dr. De La Serna appointment was terminated by President Duterte, being accused of costly trips while PhilHealth was incurring billions in losses. Ang losses ng PhilHealth 2018 ay umabot ng 892 billion, although in 2016, it was only 251 million. I'll stop the presentation because our resource persons cannot listen, especially the one. Sa pagkakaalis si Dr. De La Serna, newspaper accounts stated, PhilHealth officials and employees rejoice on the dismissal of De La Serna since they demanded her ouster due to alleged corruption and mismanagement. Ang sumunod naman, si Dr. Roy Ferrer. He was appointed on June 5. On October 31, 2018, 12 empleyado ng PhilHealth ang nag-file ng complaint against Dr. Ferrer. June 10, 2019, after 1 year, inappoint naman ng ating Pangulo si General Ricardo Morales. Retired General Morales viewed this designation as both a challenge and an honor for being singled out by President Duterte to fix the organization and eliminate corruption. At the crucial period when universal healthcare law was to be launched, he was confident that PhilHealth will quickly regain the public trust and confidence. Unfortunately, after 1 year, on account of the ongoing House and Senate investigations and the investigation of various agencies such as the DOJ and the Presidential Task Force Against Corruption on the irregularities in PhilHealth, General Morales stated on August 12 that even Superman might not be able to handle the problems of PhilHealth. Ang sabi niya, kahit si Superman, popuin mo dito, baka hindi niya makaya. All of us here in Congress are sympathizing with General Morales. Isang taon lamang siya sa PhilHealth at nakita niya na hindi ganong kadaling resolbahin ang issue ng graft and corruption sa PhilHealth. What is force? Alam niyo naman sa PhilHealth, ito ang nagbabayad sa mga health needs ng ating mga kababayan at milyong-milyong mga kababayan natin ang nagko-contribute dito, including our OFWs. Kaya naman kami dito sa Kongreso ay tinutulungan namin si General Morales, yung mga taga-PhilHealth na maayos, pati na ang kawani para mailabas ang mga korupsyon at nang sa ganon makatulong kami sa pag-ayos ng PhilHealth. Kung medyo nagtatampo kayo sa aming line of questioning, this we have to do in order that PhilHealth will regain the trust of the public. At kinakailangan mayroong mapailan ng asunto. As much as possible, plunder if there would be evidence that would be warranted. By the way, before I adjourn, I was watching Attorney Del Rosario during the Senate investigation last Tuesday. Unfortunately, his name was alluded to as part of the mafia in the Senate investigation. Tama po ba yon, Dr. Del Rosario? And you even stated that you are willing to tell everything if there would be an executive session. Tama ba?
Please,
So kung sakaling dumating ang
Honorable Barsaga,
pagkakataon,
can you kindly reply, Attorney De Rosario, for the record lang po, marinig yung boses nyo.
That is correct, Your Honor.
kung
Thank you,
sakaling magpasya ang committee ito with the blessing of Chairman Defensor, will you be willing to participate in an executive session?
That is correct, Mr. Chairman, Your Honor.
So we take advantage of his presence. Before tayo mag-adjourn or before mag-lunch, magkaroon na tayo ng executive session with Attorney Del Rosario. Sinabi nga niya, chinachat siya, pagkatapos nag-leave of absence ka ng 5 months.
That is correct, Your
Oh,
Honor.
that's correct because those were all your statements na nakita ko nung nire-replay ko ang hearing sa Senado.
Is that a motion, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, I move.
If that
Before we
is a
have a lunch
motion,
break.
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Okay, at the proper time, we will decide when we will conduct a executive session on this today. Yes, today we will do that. As to what time?
Pakatubas na naman ang high blood ni Attorney Del Rosario bukas or the following days.
Yes, Honorable Barsaga. Anyway, there's a motion duly seconded. We will do that. I just want to clarify that earlier on or last week, ang akala po natin, umaga lang tayo hanggang 2:00. Pero ngayon po, pwede naman tayo magtuloy hanggang mamaya. So let's schedule the executive session. We will continue with this. With our interpellation now, at mamaya po kausapin din natin yung mga nasa Zoom so that they can be part of the executive committee hearing. So with that, Honorable Barsaga, thank you for that. And definitely, with